My name is Dawn Flores. I'm 32 years old, and nothing in this world matters more to me than my beautiful 10-year-old daughter, Cynthia Gomez. At Christmas, my mom kicked her daughter out of the house because she gave her a gift, and then everything exploded. She grabbed the handmade box Cynthia Gomez had spent weeks crafting, ripped it open, and hurled it into the trash with a snarl. "I don't accept garbage." Then she pointed at the door and barked, "You're not my granddaughter. Get out." Cynthia Gomez's face crumpled, tears streaming as she backed away, her small frame shaking in that red holiday dress. That moment snapped something inside me. No one treats my child like that. What happened next showed my mom the cost of crossing that line. One phone call to my aunt unlocked the secret in that box, a piece of her past she never wanted exposed. By nightfall, my phone lit up with 47 missed calls from her, her voice desperate. "What was in that box? Please tell me." My reply was simple. "It's trash that makes Mom regret for life." She had no idea how far the fallout would go. If you're watching this, drop a comment with where you're viewing from, and if you've faced a family betrayal that changed everything. Hit that like button and subscribe to join our community of survivors who know that sometimes the family we choose is stronger than the one we were born into. As Cynthia Gomez grew into a charming toddler, my parents seemed to warm up slightly. Visits increased, though my mother always found ways to criticize my parenting. "She should be speaking in full sentences by now," or "You really let her wear mismatched socks." Nothing was ever right in her eyes. Despite the challenges, I graduated nursing school and landed a job at a top hospital in Chicago. The hours were grueling, but the pay let me provide for Cynthia Gomez and buy us a small, comfortable apartment downtown near Lake Michigan. As my career progressed, I built a reputation as a reliable ER nurse, the one colleagues called for high-stakes shifts. Cynthia Gomez developed into a sweet, thoughtful girl with her father's blue eyes and my resilient spirit. She thrived in school, especially in math and music, and made friends easily with her warm smile and curious nature. Every day with her reaffirmed that despite the struggles, I had chosen right. Over the past year, my relationship with my parents appeared to improve. My mother had made what seemed like genuine efforts to connect with Cynthia Gomez. She attended Cynthia Gomez's piano recital and even praised her playing. My father started taking Cynthia Gomez on walks along the lakefront, something he did with me as a child. For the first time, I let myself hope we could build a real family bond. When my mother invited us to spend Christmas at their apartment this year, Cynthia Gomez was thrilled. "A real Christmas with grandparents just like my friends," she said, bouncing with joy. Her excitement was infectious, and I set aside my doubts. Maybe people could change. Maybe my mother had finally accepted us. My best friend Cynthia Diaz was skeptical. Over coffee one afternoon in November, while Cynthia Gomez was at a playdate, Cynthia Diaz shared her concerns. "Dawn, I know you want this to work, but your mother has a history. People don't shift that fast, especially someone as rigid as her." "She's been different lately," I replied, stirring my latte. "You should have seen her at Cynthia Gomez's school event. She called herself Cynthia Gomez's proud grandmother." Cynthia Diaz raised an eyebrow. "Just be cautious. I don't want you too hurt." "We'll be okay," I assured her. But a tiny voice inside wondered if I was setting us up for disappointment. As December arrived, work grew hectic. A major flu outbreak I had been handling entered a critical phase. My supervisor, Cynthia Sanchez, warned we might need all staff on deck over the holidays if cases spiked. "I know you have family plans," Cynthia Sanchez said sympathetically but firmly. "But the ER could overflow if the city health department flags issues. Can you be on call?" I agreed, but emphasized I would only leave family time for a true emergency. Cynthia Sanchez understood and promised to honor that. Still, I felt the familiar pull of balancing my job with my dedication to Cynthia Gomez. The world had thrown obstacles our way, but seeing Cynthia Gomez grow into a kind, intelligent girl made every sacrifice worth it. As Christmas neared, I let myself believe we might finally have the family holiday Cynthia Gomez dreamed of. Cynthia Gomez's excitement reached fever pitch as Christmas approached. Every evening after homework, she worked on handmade gifts for her grandparents. For Derek, she painted a custom keychain with tiny Chicago skyline details. For Cynthia Gomez, she assembled a special box filled with old letters she found in our attic, adding notes for future memories. "Do you think Grandma will like it?" Cynthia Gomez asked one night, arranging items carefully on the kitchen table. "She'll adore it, sweetie," I assured her, though a quiet worry nagged if Cynthia Gomez would value the thought behind it. 2 weeks before Christmas, Cynthia Gomez called about holiday plans. The talk started simple but soon showed red flags. "We'll need Cynthia Gomez's outfit details," she said casually. "I want her appropriate for family photos." "She has a lovely green sweater with silver buttons," I replied. "We picked it for Christmas." Cynthia Gomez paused meaningfully. "I hope it's not too casual. She's at an age to dress more properly." Cynthia Sanchez's kids always look so polished. Cynthia Sanchez, my cousin, and Cynthia Gomez's favorite. Growing up, Cynthia Sanchez never erred in her eyes. She took the approved path: elite college, marriage to a banker, 2 well-mannered children born in wedlock. Now in her 40s, Cynthia Sanchez set the benchmark Cynthia Gomez used for all. "Cynthia Gomez's sweater suits a 10-year-old perfectly," I said, steadily refusing to dampen Cynthia Gomez's joy. "If you say so, dear." "Oh, and Cynthia Sanchez's family joins for dinner. Won't that be nice?" My gut tightened. The original plan was intimate, just us four, including Cynthia Sanchez, Joel, and their kids. Cynthia Sanchez and Austin Sanchez altered everything. "You didn't mention them," I noted evenly. "Must have slipped my mind. It'll be good for Cynthia Gomez to interact with her cousins." Cynthia Sanchez is 14 now, so composed, and Austin Sanchez 12, already in gifted programs. The implication was obvious: models for Cynthia Gomez to follow. I hung up unsettled, but brushed it off as my own nerves. This was for Cynthia Gomez's special Christmas, not my issues with mother. Days later, Derek called unexpectedly. He seldom initiated, usually letting Cynthia Gomez manage family talks. "Dawn," he said, voice tense. We discussed small things before he hesitated. "Listen, about Christmas. Your mother. She's been more picky lately." "What do you mean?" "Dad, just be punctual. You know how she is with schedules." His tone hinted at more, but, as always, Derek avoided confrontation. "Dad, anything I should know?" "No, all fine. Can't wait to see you both. Cynthia Gomez will love her gift from me." After the call, I stared at my phone, anxiety nodding. Experience taught me to read his unsaid words. Something felt off. At work, the flu surge intensified. Cynthia Sanchez pulled me into a meeting 3 days before Christmas. City regulators flagged staffing concerns, she explained, handing a report. "We may need extra shifts on Christmas if admissions rise." "Dawn." I promised Cynthia Gomez no work that day. "I know, and I wouldn't ask unless vital. We're facing a potential overload that could shut us down. Can you stand by?" I agreed reluctantly. 8 years in nursing showed some crises couldn't wait, even for holidays. That evening, Cynthia Gomez added final touches to her box when my phone rang. It was Cynthia Gomez. "Dawn, confirm arrival by 10 a.m. Christmas morning. Cynthia Sanchez's family comes at 11 and I want time alone first. We'll make it, Mom. Ensure Cynthia Gomez knows dinner is formal. Cynthia Sanchez and Austin Sanchez behave impeccably, and I expect the same." The dig was veiled, but I held back. "Cynthia Gomez has great manners, Mom." "No worries. Well, last visit she slouched and spoke over your father once." "Just reminding." After hanging, Cynthia Gomez eyed me concerned. "Is Grandma upset with me?" she whispered. "No, sweetie. She's stressed about the holiday. Wants perfection." Cynthia Gomez nodded, but her shoulders sagged, sensing the strain. "Kids pick up on that." 2 days before Christmas, Cynthia Diaz dropped by with gifts. After Cynthia Gomez showed her the presents excitedly, Cynthia Diaz pulled me aside. "The invitation stands," she murmured. "If things turn tense at your parents', you and Cynthia Gomez can join my casual gathering." "We'll manage," I said, less sure now. "Mom's trying her way." Cynthia Diaz hugged me. "Keep your phone handy." As Christmas Eve came, Cynthia Gomez buzzed with energy. We baked cookies, watched festive films, and she wrapped her gifts with drawn tags. "Tomorrow will be the best," she declared, tucking in. Looking at her eager face, I hoped silently the day matched her dreams. Little did I know it would be memorable for wrong reasons. But a small doubt lingered. Was Mom really changing? Christmas morning dawned crisp and snowy. Cynthia Gomez burst into my room at 6:30, full of energy. "Mom, wake up, it's Christmas." We opened gifts in pajamas under our modest tree. She squealed at the music set and puzzle kit plus symphony tickets. "This is amazing, Mom." She hugged me. Her handmade necklace with memory beads touched me deeply. "I made it at art club," she said proudly. I wore it immediately. After breakfast we dressed. She spun in her green sweater. "Do I look good for Grandma?" "Wonderful, sweetie," I said. I chose a black dress suitable for work if needed. My phone buzzed from Cynthia Sanchez. "Quiet so far. Enjoy your day." Relieved, I loaded her into the car with presents and pie. The drive to my parents' apartment had her chattering about cousins. "Her daughter is 4 years older," she calculated. "Will she play with me? Her son is 2 years older." "Sure," I replied, doubting. Their kids seemed formal, like her style. Streets glittered with decorations. The high-rise apartment had elegant lights and wreath. Derek answered, smiling at her. "There's my lake buddy," he said, hugging her. "Grandpa, I made something special," she bubbled. "Wait for presents," I reminded, hugging him. The apartment smelled of turkey and pine, sparking hope. Mother emerged from kitchen, pristine in apron. "You're here on time," she noted. She patted her hug briefly, scanning the outfit. "Sweaters bold, but braids neat. Did Mom do them?" "Yes, Grandma, she took extra time." Mother nodded. "Come in, don't linger." Derek took coats. Hour passed. He showed her the tree and ornament. Mother declined help in kitchen, claiming control. At 11, the doorbell rang for Cynthia Sanchez's arrival. She air-kissed Mother, presenting chocolates. "Stunning apartment," she gushed. Joel followed with her daughter at 14, poised, and son at 12, upright. "Dawn, nice seeing you," she said. "This must be Cynthia Gomez grown." She clung to me, murmuring hello. "Meet your cousin, show her rec room." Her daughter eyed disinterestedly. "Come on," she said. As kids went up, Mother's demeanor shifted, chatting with Cynthia Sanchez about acquaintances. Joel and Derek discussed sports, leaving me aside. Mother served appetizers, catering to preferences. "Gluten-free for you," she said. When I took one, Mother glanced. "Watch those Dawn post-baby weight clings." Phone buzzed from Cynthia Sanchez. "Sorry, outbreak spiked, need you now." Heart sank. Called her from hallway. "Serious," she confirmed, overwhelmed. "Anyone else? You're expert." "Tried others out." "Sorry, on Christmas." "Okay," sighed, arrange for Cynthia Gomez. Returned to room where Mother showed new decor. Derek questioned. "Work emergency, hospital needs me." Mother's lips thinned. "On Christmas, Dawn can't help, few hours. Can she stay?" Derek nodded, sure. Mother agreed, stiffly, inconvenient. "Wouldn't ask unless critical." "Tell her." Found kids in rec room, formal with games. Daughter scrolled, son read, she sat apart. "Sweetie talk." Let out, knelt. "Honey, work calls back soon." Face dropped, nodded. "Flu thing, yes. Sorry, full day." "Fine, Mom, job important." Hugged, best kid. "Call anything." Nodded, hiding disappointment, maybe Grandma helps cook. Downstairs gathered things. Mother followed, whispering, leaving child on Christmas priorities unchanged. Bit back soon, ensure she feels included. Smile false, of course, worry not. Driving unease settled duty called career, supported us few hours thought dine together. No clue shatter everything. As I left for shift, no idea disaster waiting. Texts from Cynthia Gomez kept coming during my shift. I drove straight to the hospital, thankful it was only 20 minutes from my parents' apartment. The building was quiet on Christmas Day with minimal security nodding as I hurried to the elevators. Cynthia Sanchez waited in the ER surrounded by charts and her laptop open to a call with our team leads. "Thank you for coming," she said, relief clear in her voice. "The outbreak has hit critical levels. We need to update protocols before the next wave." I dove into the work, pushing thoughts of Cynthia Gomez and the dinner aside. This was the reality of being a single nurse mom. Some choices couldn't wait. The task was complex, requiring focus on patient data and response plans to meet city standards. For the first hour, I got occasional texts from Cynthia Gomez. "Cynthia Sanchez won't play games with me." One read, "Grandma said my sweater is too casual for dinner." Another came. Then, "Grandma is showing Cynthia Sanchez and Austin Sanchez their presents early. Mine isn't ready." I sent encouraging replies, promising quick return, but as the second hour dragged into a third, her messages slowed. My last check if she was okay got just, "I'm fine." Not like her at all. As we finalized the updates, my phone rang. It was Cynthia Diaz. "Dawn, is Cynthia Gomez all right?" Her voice worried. "I had to head to work. She's with my parents." "Why?" She texted wishing she could come to my place. When I asked why, she stopped replying. Seemed strange. A chill hit me. Cynthia Gomez had Cynthia Diaz's number for emergencies but rarely used it unless I said so. "I'm wrapping up. I'll check on her right away. Let me know if you need anything. You both can come over anytime." As we submitted the protocols, I grabbed my things and rushed out, ignoring Cynthia Sanchez's suggestion to wait for feedback. The drive back felt endless, though I sped the whole way. Arriving, I saw the dining room lights on. It was 5:30. They had started dinner without me. I entered with my key, calling a greeting. No answer. Following voices and clinking, I reached the dining room and froze. My parents, Cynthia Sanchez and her family, sat around the set table, turkey-carved meal underway. 6 places. None for Cynthia Gomez or me. "Dawn," Mother said, barely pausing, "you made it." "Where's Cynthia Gomez?" I asked, scanning. Uncomfortable silence fell. Derek stared at his plate. Cynthia Sanchez and Joel exchanged looks. "She felt unwell," Mother dismissed, "resting upstairs." Her tone rang alarm bells. I turned and climbed the stairs without a word. The guest room door was closed. I knocked softly. "Cynthia Gomez, it's Mom." A choked sob came inside. I opened to find her curled on the bed, sweater rumpled, face tear-streaked. Seeing me, fresh tears welled. "Mom," she whispered, throwing herself into my arms. "What happened?" I held her tight, heart pounding with dread and anger. "Why aren't you at dinner?" Between sobs, she told all. After I left, Mother grew cold. When Cynthia Sanchez's kids opened early presents, she asked too. Grandma gave a weird look. She said no gifts for me because I'm not real family. My blood froze. "What do you mean, sweetie?" She said, "I'm not her true granddaughter since you had me unmarried." Her voice cracked. "You're not my granddaughter. You don't belong. Get out." Then she sent me up alone. Each word struck like a blow. She continued how Mother called me trash for unwed pregnancy, how Cynthia Sanchez's kids were proper grandchildren from a good family, how Derek saw everything but said nothing. Grandpa looked sad but didn't speak up. She whispered. "They went down for dinner, leaving me here. Her daughter came up once, saw me crying, and just shut the door." "Did they bring food?" I asked, keeping voice steady. She shook her head. "Grandma said I eat when I learn manners." Something snapped inside. The restraint I held for years against mother's cruelty vanished. No one treats my child this way. Cynthia Gomez, get your coat, I said calmly. We're going. But my gifts for Grandma and Grandpa. Her innocence broke my heart again. We'll take them. They don't deserve them. I helped her collect things, including her hard-worked presents. As we readied, an idea hit. Pulling my phone, I asked her to recount exactly what happened, recording her words. Her tearful voice detailing mother's cruelty would serve as undeniable proof. Recording saved, I took her hand. Stay by me, I instructed. We're saying goodbye. My tone's steel must have shown because she squeezed tight, nodding. We descended to the dining room. Conversation halted as we entered. 6 eyes turned expressions from Derek's guilt to Mother's irritation to Cynthia Sanchez's smugness. Dawn, really? Mother set her fork down. Cynthia Gomez should stay upstairs until behaving. Behaving, I repeated quietly. What did my 10-year-old do wrong? Mother's eyes narrowed. She was rude. We had a nice family dinner. Family dinner, I pointed at the table set for 6, no spots for us. Odd family definition. Derek shifted. Dawn, maybe discuss later. No, Dad, now. I held Cynthia Gomez's hand, drawing strength. She told me what you said, Mother. Mother's face hardened. I told the truth you shielded her from. Truth, voice steady despite rage. You told a child she's not your granddaughter, called her mother trash, left her crying hungry on Christmas. That's not truth. That's cruelty. Don't dramatize, Mother scoffed. Kids need to know their place. Cynthia Sanchez's children understand proper behavior. Cynthia Sanchez interjected. Mother maintains standards, Dawn. Family values matter. Family values. I laughed humorlessly. Is rejecting a child a value, humiliating her, leaving her alone? Her daughter and son stared at plates, uncomfortable. Joel looked away. Only Cynthia Sanchez kept that superior look like Mother's. I recorded her account, I said, holding my phone. Every cruel word. Mother paled. You wouldn't use that. Not against you. Protecting my child. Should have done it sooner. Derek spoke. Mother, you went too far. She's a girl. Stay out, Derek. Mother snapped. You've no spine for standards. Standards, I said incredulously. What about your standards? Telling a child she doesn't belong, calling her mother trash. Mother stood, napkin dropping. I won't be spoken to this way in my home. You've always been difficult, Dawn. Defiant. See where it got you, a child, no father, struggling for respect. Struggling, I raised an eyebrow. Successful nurse, own apartment, provide all she needs. Only struggle was hoping my mother would accept us. Love earns through conduct, Mother insisted. No, Mother. Love given freely, especially to kids. You've never grasped that. Cynthia Sanchez cleared throat. Calm down. Children shouldn't see this. Children, I turned. Your children dined knowing their cousin cried upstairs. Your daughter saw and did nothing, learning your heartless ways. That's tragedy. Derek stood. Dawn, please. Christmas. Salvage the day. I shook head. Dad, you let your wife reject your granddaughter, watched her cry, did nothing. Nothing to salvage. Mother tried control. Overreacting as usual, Dawn. Cynthia Gomez needs family structure lessons. Structure. Her hand tightened in mine. Let me tell you about family, Mother. It's not blood or rules. It's unconditional love, something you know nothing about. I turned to her wide-eyed. Sweetie, anything to say before we leave? She looked at the table, mature beyond years. I worked hard on your presents. Thought you wanted me as granddaughter. Sorry I wasn't enough. Her dignity hit harder than anger. Derek teared. Even her daughter looked ashamed. Mother unmoved. Emotional trick. Learn from you. Final straw. We're leaving. Say goodbye to Grandpa. She hesitated, then approached Derek. Goodbye, Grandpa. Want your keychain? He knelt, tears flowing. Sorry, Cynthia Gomez. Not your fault. looked at me regretful. Dawn, I should have defended you both. Yes, you should. Too late. Mother power play. Walk out, don't expect welcome back. Won't tolerate disrespect. Difference between us, mother. I don't reject family for failing standards, but protect my daughter from anyone hurting her, even her grandmother. I pocketed phone. Cynthia Gomez and I leave now. No contact. Cynthia Sanchez tried. Dawn ridiculous. Mother maintains standards. Values important. Only value is love, Cynthia Sanchez. Your kids hopefully learn elsewhere. With that, I took her hand and walked out, leaving shattered holiday hopes. In the car, she looked teary. Are we still family, Mom? Just us, fierce hug. Best kind sweetheart built on love, nothing changes that. Driving from the apartment, I vowed silently Mother would never hurt her again and learn what happens messing with my child. Instead of home, I took her to Cynthia Diaz's place, texted her briefly while getting coats. She waited at the door. What happened? She asked, seeing her tear-stained face and my fury. Can we come in? I'll explain. She welcomed us, hugging her. Of course. Plenty food and kids to play with. While she joined Cynthia Diaz's niece and nephew in a game, I told Cynthia Diaz everything. Her expression shifted from shock to outrage. That woman, she muttered. I knew she was cold, but this crosses lines. I recorded her telling what happened. I said, showing my phone. Evidence if Mother twists it later. Smart. Cynthia Diaz nodded. What now? Adrenaline fading left practical reality. Cynthia Gomez hurt, humiliated. Relation with parents broken. Under anger, deep sadness for what could have been. First ensure she knows not her fault, I said firmly. Then make sure Mother can't hurt her again. Cynthia Diaz squeezed my hand. Stay here tonight. Guest room ready. Thanks, I said gratefully. Need calls first. In her office, I called Corey Sanchez, family law specialist. Though Christmas evening he answered, I explained briefly. Emotional abuse. Dawn, he said seriously. If wanting restrictions on Mother's access, document this as evidence. I don't think legal yet, but prepared. Meet next week. After scheduling, I called Cynthia Sanchez, explaining needing 2 days off for Cynthia Gomez. Horrified, she agreed. Take what needed. Family first, Dawn, you did right getting her out. Emerging, I saw her laughing, decorating cookies with the kids. Her resilient smile fueled my resolve. That night, after she slept, I drafted an email to my parents' social circle, including PHO Chu Tish, Cynthia Sanchez of Mother's organization. Shared no recording but stated, Mother rejected Cynthia Gomez as granddaughter, made hurtful comments about her birth. Sent Derek separate message. Dad heartbroken by your failure to protect Cynthia Gomez today. She deserved better. Any future contact on my terms with boundaries for her safety. By morning, notifications flooded. Mother called 29 times overnight, leaving frantic voicemails. Dawn, answer. We need to talk. This is ridiculous. You're overreacting. Do you know how this looks? Cynthia Sanchez's family horrified by your behavior? Finally, at 3 a.m. Please don't do this. You have no idea what you're doing. Call back. I ignored all. Focused on giving her a happy day post-disaster. Cynthia Diaz kept her niece and nephew longer. The three bonded over games and movies. Seeing her play normally eased some heartache. Afternoon, unexpected call from Pochu Teach, Cynthia Sanchez. Dawn, I got your email. She began cautiously. Board takes this seriously. Family values central to our mission, treating all children with respect. Thanks, Cynthia Sanchez, I replied, stepping outside. Several members concerned. Mother difficult lately, even before this. Meeting tomorrow to discuss. 2 days after Christmas, consequences emerged. Derek called, subdued. Your mother's asked to step down from the organization. Sorry if hard for you, Dad, I said, without sympathy. No, I'm not calling to complain. Deep breath. You're right. What Mother did, unforgivable. What I did or didn't, unforgivable too. Too late, Dad. I know, voice cracked. Spent marriage excusing her hurting people, especially you, but seeing Cynthia Gomez's face when Mother rejected her, something broke in me. Dad, what are you saying? Told Mother this morning, if no help, I'm filing divorce. 42 years, finally found spine. Hollow laugh. Too late to fix, I know. Stunned silence. Derek, always peacekeeper, sacrificing truth for Mother's approval. Don't know what to say, Dad. Nothing needed. Just know I see my wrongs, trying to right them now. Paused. Like to see Cynthia Gomez sometime if allowed on your terms. Made her keychain matching hers, been working weeks. She's wonderful, Dawn, you raised her amazingly. Think about it. Not ready to promise. But just you, not Mother, and only if she wants. Understand. Hanging up, more fallout came. Cynthia Sanchez texted defensively, distancing from Mother's actions. Parents' friends reached out, shocked, supportive. Mother sent one text. You destroyed everything, satisfied. My reply, brief, final. Better start praying. Let her interpret. Prayer for forgiveness. Prayer I wouldn't share, recording prayer to salvage reputation. Ambiguity intentional. Over next week's consequences unfolded. Mother's social standing crumbled as story spread community. Derek moved out temporarily to his brother's, contemplating steps. Cynthia Sanchez's defense backfired when Christmas witnesses contradicted, including her daughter who grew a conscience. Throughout, I focused on Cynthia Gomez. Rest of winter break, we did her favorites: museum visits, movie marathons, art projects, playdates. Arranged therapist Dr. Cynthia Sanchez, specializing family trauma to prevent lasting scars. Am I not family? She asked, tucking in one night. You're my family, I said firmly. Most important in my world, with Cynthia Diaz, friends who love you. That's real family, sweetie, love, not blood. She nodded. Grandma doesn't love well, does she? Sad for her, no, sweetie. As January turned February, final call from Derek. He and Mother started counseling at his insistence. Mother diagnosed narcissistic personality disorder, explaining much, not excusing. She wants to apologize to Cynthia Gomez, he said tentatively. Not happening, I replied. Cynthia Gomez not tool for her redemption. Understand. No option if change mind. Wouldn't, not soon. Wounds too deep, betrayals too core. Mother revealed true self that Christmas. I wouldn't risk Cynthia Gomez's well-being on slim hope change. Recording stayed on my phone unshared beyond close circle, powerful reminder of my choices. Not revenge, protection. As mother, that's what matters most. Protecting your child, even from family, even at cost. In end, Mother learned hard way, crossing that line. Better start praying, indeed. 6 months after that Christmas, Cynthia Gomez and I sat on our balcony enjoying warm evening. So much changed in half year. Immediate pain of Mother's rejection faded, though memory lingered. Kids resilient, but remember. Mom, she said, leaning on my shoulder. Think Grandpa will come walking with us next weekend? Derek slowly earned back into our lives. Unlike Mother, he showed genuine remorse, consistent efforts to rebuild with Cynthia Gomez. First meeting awkward at neutral coffee shop with me present. He brought handmade keychain intricately carved with her name matching hers. Made this before Christmas, he explained, voice rough with emotion. Want you to know I love you very much, Cynthia Gomez. Failed you badly, so sorry. Hope someday forgive me. She studied him wisely. Did you stand up to Grandma like Mom did? He nodded, eyes wet. Did too late, but did. Told her wrong, what she did to you, unforgivable. Trying braver now. That honesty, first step in careful reconciliation. Now he visited every other weekend, taking her walking or museums, making up lost time and courage. Yes, I think Grandpa would love to go walking with us. I answered her question. We can call him tomorrow to plan. Mother remained outside our lives. She sent formal apologies to both, clearly therapist crafted. Words right, but missing true remorse, humility. Some bridges burned can't rebuild. Professionally, I thrived after Christmas disaster. The outbreak response approved thanks to my work that day. Cynthia Sanchez recommended me for lead role. Firm valued my skill, but respected family boundaries. I became assertive, protecting time with Cynthia Gomez, no longer sacrificing our bond for career. Dr. Cynthia Sanchez says I'm doing really well, she commented, referring to her therapist. She says, I have healthy attachments, good emotional skills. I smiled at her therapy terms. Wonderful, sweetie. How do you feel about what happened? She considered. Sad sometimes, thinking what Grandma said, but no, not about me, her problems. Have you? Grandpa now, Cynthia Diaz, all my friends. Dr. Cynthia Sanchez says we choose family, sometimes people who really love us. Dr. Cynthia Sanchez wise, I agreed, hugging her. Our chosen family grew stronger through adversity. Cynthia Diaz remained our rock. Her home sanctuary those early days. Colleagues showed support, Cynthia Sanchez mentor friend. Even Derek in new independence evolving into father figure he never was for me. Grandfather Cynthia Gomez deserved. Mother's life took different path. Social standing never recovered from incident aftermath. Organization board asked her step down permanently, needing leadership embodying family values. Longtime friends distanced, uncomfortable with her true nature revealed. Derek ultimately decided against divorce, but relationship fundamentally changed. No longer a silent enabler of her impulses, Cynthia Sanchez too faced consequences for role in disaster. Her daughter, entering teens with moral courage, began questioning her values. Perfect family facade cracked, no social positioning could repair. For Cynthia Gomez and me, we emerged stronger. Pain real deep, but healing too. She learned early lesson many adults miss: true family defined by love, not blood, self-respect worth fighting for. Know what I think sometimes. She broke comfortable silence. What, sweetheart? Think how you stood up for me, didn't let Grandma be mean. Makes me feel safe. You'll always protect me. Throat tightened, emotion. Always, forever, Cynthia Gomez. That's real love. We sat as fireflies appeared in dusk, two survivors creating own family definition. Journey hard but necessary. Sometimes hardest boundaries with those should love us most, but those boundaries most important. Mother's cruel words that Christmas meant to exclude diminish control. Instead, set us free. Free from toxic expectations, conditional love to create family deserved. As stars emerged, I reflected greatest lesson ordeal. Love never with conditions, family who stands in storm. Sometimes greatest gift courage, walk away from those can't love as deserve. Mom, her voice sleepy. Yes, sweetheart. Glad we're family, just us. Me too, Cynthia Gomez. Me too. Have you ever had to make difficult decision, distance from toxic family members, protect someone you love? Journey not easy. Everyone's story different. If this resonated, share. Thoughts, comments below. Experience might help someone struggling similar family challenges. Don't forget like video if touched your heart. Subscribe for more stories finding strength, life's toughest moments. Thank for being part community survivors. Understand sometimes family we choose stronger than born into.